And so I remember growing up and listening to the sounds of Rex. And the story is told of how, because Rex is from the riverine, the music that he played captured the sound of water, but also captured the movement of the fish. And so if you listen to the sound of Rex, you hear almost in the movement of the body of the woman as she follows the swaying of the water and the movement of the fish. And Rex represents not just a time and a place or a season, but he represents a beginning that led us perhaps to what would have been our first boy band. And is there anyone here who remembers Ofege? Yeah? Wheezy Labo. And when Wheezy Labo smiles, you know that something's wrong. And I'm doing this to the background music that is Rex. Allow me sway for a moment. And that's who he was. Do we remember Ofege? Wheezy Labo? And there I was, this young girl, listening to what perhaps was just one experience in the experience of this nation, the first boy band. And as that fades a little in my memory, I remember one of the first, though not the first, but in a class of her own. Christine? Yeah? And she was one of those who broke the mold so that women could be birthed into the space that before now was dominated by the male sound. And her name was Christy. Is this, I see you, yes, it's familiar, isn't it? Award after award after award as she began to groom the female voice. And one of the first exports of music from our shores, yes, because most of the awards went local to here. Actress, dancer, and singer, Christy Asian Ibokwe. Yes. And then we move from her to one who we were almost banned from listening to. But you see, he became the convergence of soul and jazz and folk and Afrobeat. And when he brought the sounds of Shakara, women knew how to groove, and our gait changed, and our walk changed, and our shoulders, they squared just a little bit more. Because there is still no one like Fela. And so when he says, lady, he ushered us into a movement, because there was a difference between the African woman and the lady. You see, the African woman was morphing from the place of silence to the place of, I know who I am. And on the back of his Afrobeat, exported to the point where people began to embrace that which was Nigerian. Because here we were, our sound sound on the world stage. And even when he talked about Coke and Fanta, when he spoke about bleaching, we took charge of ourselves and realized that there was beauty in our black, because black don't crack. And then we started coming into a more modern time, and there's this young kid, and because of him, a suburb like Ujuelegba is known all over the world from the obscurity of this place in Lagos State because of this whiz of a kid, Ujuelegba. Yes. And he tells a story that says it doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter where you've been, arise in the place of confidence, because you can be here today, but we don't know where you will be tomorrow. And then we move from this young man to someone who gives the chesting, because you know how we they do. Niger, money not there for pocket, but we they chest. So he gave us low, 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 booga, booga, booga. And there is a confidence in our swagger because our sound is no longer limited to here. Can you remember that in the 80s and in the 90s and even the 2000s, you couldn't hold a party or an event experience based just on Niger? But can we do that now? From start to middle to finish. Here we are, a sound that cannot be dulled. A sound that has no end. We are Niger. But it's not only the circular, it is also the spiritual. So we have that lady called Sinach, and she has a song that has been translated into over 40 languages from Niger to the world. Yeah. Yes.
That is who you are. Rainmaker, miracle worker.
There is none of us who cannot be translated in spite of the pain of today. In spite, so I can see some faces of those who would say, I knew the nation when it was good. Yes, mommy, I knew the nation when it was better. I can hear it as I take us down memory lane. But here is the assurance. And, Thames, she does it when she wins awards for us. Yeah? And Timmy does it beautifully. Surname Dakolu. Forgive me, I started in the Niger and I am ending in the Niger because I am from the Niger. So you have a Timmy Dakolu who brings us a great nation. And when he sings it, the goosebumps are on my skin because I know that from Rex to Ofege to Christy to Fela to Ojuelegba Wiz and to every great who was and to every great who is yet to come and to everyone whose sound is in today, we are a collective. We are a part and will always be, Niger, a great nation. My name is Winihin, and I am a story.
Oh Lord, you already a lion. We will